What's up, BookTube? Well, I used to have a garbage can in here, but don't anymore. Cheers, I'm drinking the good stuff, Guinness. Which is appropriate, since I'm going to talk a little bit about James Joyce. Picked up Dubliners, and this was suggested by Alan over at Big Hard Books and Classics. And he suggested two stories, excuse me, and I read one. A Little Cloud and Grace. And also Brian over at Bookish. I think he might have suggested these two as well. Forgive me if I'm a little confused, but you know how it is trying to keep up with things. But really hadn't had a lot of experience with James Joyce. I really want to get to Finnegan's Wake. It was listed kind of in a must-read section in a handbook / dictionary that I had back in high school, and so I haven't got around to it yet, but I'm going to. So this is my first basically crack at reading any Joyce. So Grace starts out, you basically have a scene where these two guys pick up this guy that's falling down a flight of stairs, and he's all bloodied up. Apparently he's drunk, and they're trying to figure out who he is. A couple of his friends come by. They eventually get him to his house, and he's basically bedridden. Pardon me. Ready to burp. Didn't happen though. So he's basically bedridden, and they come in and start talking to him. It's like, you know, we need to go have this meeting with a member of the Catholic Church who his speciality is businessmen and people who are basically out in the world and stuff. And while they're there chatting, the missus comes in, and they have a little bit of dialogue back and forth. The grocer shows up, and he brings some whiskey, which is kind of the central theme of this story. A lot of drinking, which, I mean, I can't imagine. But they go to the church, and they listen to the priest, and I want to say Perdue. Let me check on that, because that sounds too much like pardon. It's been a bit. It was Father Perdue. And he basically tells them, you know, hey, it's cool. You know, you're forgiven. Just do what you got to do out there in the world. You know, certain people can get away with certain things, is the way I took it. So at the end, you know, everybody's kind of cool with it. Mr. Kernan, who is the main character, and his constituents are like, alright, so we've been forgiven, we can go out, do this again, and everything will be alright. So that was it. Like I said, really my first experience with James Joyce. I don't even think I read any of his stuff in college. The only thing that bothers me about this is I can't remember if it was Alan or Brian who suggested those two, because I marked them in the book, and within the last week finally got around to doing some reading, because I've been pretty busy, and I stay kind of busy this time of year. People calling, wanting things. So anyway, I'm going to read some more of that, Dubliners, and try to throw up a TBR here within a couple days. Sorry if I'm a bit lethargic. Manual labor seems to do that to you. So cheers, my friends. Thanks for sticking around, listening to me babble on, and catch you later. Bye.